How's it going, guys? This is Mattdoesfitness and this is how to organise your training. Now, I'm always getting asked, what muscle should I do on what day? Should I do this and this together or this and this? Which works best? Now, before I start, it is very much an individual thing, okay? What works brilliantly for one person might not work at all for someone else, okay? So it is a lot down to the individual. You do have to do a certain amount of trial and error to find out what works best for you. However, what I can do is explain to you what I do and give you my advice on it, okay? You need to remember, this is my advice, okay? So if you do it, it doesn't work, don't go crazy. This is just what I would advise and what works for me, okay? So, currently, I split my upper body stuff into 2 days, all right? I've got one day which is chest, shoulders and triceps, and another day which is upper back and biceps, okay? Now, my reasoning for that is, firstly, I don't feel the need to only lift or only work one muscle group once a week. I believe you can do a muscle group twice, maybe even 3 times a week, all right? So if you see people doing back on Monday, biceps Tuesday, chest Wednesday, and so on, for me personally, I think that's a waste of time, all right? I don't think you need to spend all of that time on one muscle group, and I also don't think that you need to leave it so long. I think you can get away with doing it more frequently. But again, that's what works for me, okay? So, in my chest, shoulders and triceps, I'll obviously do my chest stuff, okay? Now, when you do chest stuff, it's very hard to work chest without working an element of anterior shoulders, all right? If you're doing like a chest press, your form can be perfect, chest out, there's still going to be a big element of the front of your shoulders doing some of the work, all right? So if you were to split your chest and shoulders up into 2 separate sessions, let's say you did chest on Monday, shoulders on Tuesday, your shoulders on Tuesday have not had sufficient rest, okay? You're not going to grow, all right? So it's important for me to block chest and shoulders into the same session. And the same goes for triceps. You can do a bench press, okay? There is going to be a big element of triceps. Of course, your triceps extend your arm. When you push a bar up, your arm's got to extend, so that is your tricep doing the work, okay? So again, if you did chest on Monday, triceps on Tuesday, your triceps have not had a sufficient recovery and they will not grow, okay? You've got to make sure, for me personally, you group chest, shoulders and triceps. I can't see, unless you're going to split them up and do them spread out, but like I said at the start, that doesn't, in my opinion, give you enough time to hit all of those muscle groups sufficiently in a week. So I would always group chest, shoulders, triceps. For me, that's a pretty obvious combination, okay? Now, moving on to my second session, I'll do upper back and biceps, all right? So when I say upper back, I mean obviously your lats, your traps, and then I also include my rear delts in that session, okay? Now, obviously, your rear delts, the muscle back here, that is technically part of your shoulder. However, if you do your rear delts in a shoulder session, when you do your rear delts, it's also very hard not to work your lats to a degree or your traps, okay? So if you do rear delts in your shoulder session, you're going to then have fatigued lats and traps. When you do those in your separate back session, again, you're going to be tired, you're not going to grow properly, it's not going to work. So I always do my rear delts as part of my back session, okay? So I'll do rear delt stuff, I'll do lats and trap stuff, and then I'll do bicep stuff, okay? And that is my split for those 2 days. I'll then also have a day where I do some big compound lifts, so maybe some deadlifts, some bench press, and I'll have another day either separately or I'll put it together where I do lots of legs. So I'll do the squats and the lunges, the Bulgarian split squats, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so effectively I've got a 2-day split for upper body, and then I've got another day where I put in some big compounds and I do some leg work. Now, in terms of my rep ranges, at the moment I'm doing more bodybuilding stuff, okay? So predominantly I'm doing kind of 4 to 6 sets of 10 to 12 reps. That's as a general guide, okay? But once a week, I'm trying to get in once a week, I'll do like more of a strength session. So like I said, I'll do some big compounds, so some cleans, some deadlifts, squats, and bench, but I'll do it for strength, okay? So it's more of a 5 sets of 5 reps kind of outlook, which again is trying to build that strength. I think it's brilliant to get that combination, okay? If you do all strength stuff, of course you're going to see big strength gains, but in terms of size, you won't get that big development, okay? And likewise, if you do just bodybuilding stuff, of course you're going to get bigger and you're going to get some strength gains, but they're going to be a lot slower. So I think if you can get a combination of both, you get the aesthetic aspects of it, looking good, but you also get a lot stronger as well. So for me, that is the best way to do it. You also, I mean, if you're always bodybuilding all the time, your body's going to adapt and you don't get that same, you know, it's the rate at which you improve and get bigger is going to slow. If you chuck in the occasional strength session where you do maybe just 2, 3, 4 or 5 reps really heavy, you're going to shock your body into adapting, okay? So that's my opinion on it. If you don't like it, don't do it, that's fair enough, okay? Like I said, please bear in mind, this is just my opinion, okay? You might think it's absolute rubbish, you might think it's brilliant, you want to try it, but please don't. You get comments, people saying, oh, this doesn't work for me, this is rubbish. Whatever you think, fair enough, but this is my opinion, this is what I think, this works for me, and I would always recommend that kind of training split. So give it a go, okay, see what you think, hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, try something else, but like I said, it is very much trial and error, okay, so what works for one person might not work for someone else, alright? So thanks for watching. I hope this video was informative. If you liked it, please press like. Please keep watching my videos. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, and I will see you next time.